Everything seems normal. You wake up. You eat breakfast. You talk to someone. And yet, something feels off. You can't explain it. But deep down, you know. Something isn't right. It's like the world is misaligned by just a few degrees. Like reality itself is slightly out of sync. And then it happens. Without warning, something inside you breaks. Not your body, not your mind. Something deeper. A silent crack. A fracture in your awareness. You begin to question everything. First, the small things. Conversations that feel staged. Places that used to bring comfort now make you uneasy. But it doesn't stop there. It gets deeper. You start to feel like you've been playing a role, living someone else's script, acting without knowing it. And slowly, your identity begins to fade. You look in the mirror, but don't recognize who's there. Your masks stop working. Your truths collapse. What once made sense now just makes noise. Your friends, your hobbies, your goals, they lose color, lose meaning.
Some call it anxiety, others, a crisis. But there's an older word, a forgotten word: awakening. And yes, at first it hurts. You lose everything you thought was you, your beliefs, your habits, your safe version of self. But then a doorway appears, an invisible threshold between who you were and who you are becoming. This is not confusion, it's transformation. And if this resonates with you, you're already part of Hidden Code YT for centuries. Awakening was sacred. It wasn't a trend or a promise of instant peace. It was hidden, quirial. The elders knew. Those who crossed the threshold never returned the same. Because it's not about learning more, but letting go of everything. Your name, your form, your meaning. But someone changed the script. They turned this sacred process into a product. Books, challenges, meditations, all promising to raise your vibration without showing the collapse that comes first. And that collapse is the and nothing. Only truth. And that is the real awakening. Not pretty, but real.
There comes a moment when it leaves the mind and enters the body. Your system reacts. You feel tired without knowing why. You dream so vividly that waking feels uncertain. You see the same numbers again and again. You don't know why, but something is speaking to you.
You try to explain it. They say you're overthinking. They say you're unstable. But deep inside, you know, you're not broken. You're being rewritten. And no, you're not alone. You're just becoming. Like a cocoon, closing tight to prepare for something new. But that's where many stop. They want to go back, feel normal again. But normal no longer exists. You can't unsee what's been seen, and even if the world says you're crazy, a part of you feels more alive because something's happening. Not just in you, but in thousands. At the same time, people you'd never expect are starting to feel it too. Routines fading, purpose collapsing, life feeling programmed, like something beneath the surface is cracking open. And beyond that crack, something waits. Not a religion, not a belief, an ancient knowing stirring inside you. That's why the signs keep showing up. That's why more people speak of energy, frequencies, alternate reality. But with that comes noise, distraction, confusion. Because when the soul remembers, the system resists. Some feel fear, some feel the fall, and a few go through it. They stop searching out there and start listening within. If you're here, maybe you're remembering something too. Something older than this life. Something deeper than this name. Some who follow Hidden Code YT have already connected the dots. Because once you see, you can't unsee. They told you awakening would be peace, would be light, would be love. And yes, it is, but only after everything breaks. Because before you open your eyes, you have to let go of what kept them shut. That's the part they never told you. True awakening is not easy, not quick, but it's real. It's coming home after forgetting you ever left. That's why things feel strange. That's why everything seems hollow. But beneath the hollow, there are signs. It's not a glitch. It's your soul, remembering. Remember how it started. Everything seemed normal, until something inside you fractured. But that fracture was the beginning. What if it was never a mistake? What if this was always part of you? If this resonates with you, you're not just watching, you're part of something deeper. You're part of Hidden Code YT.